Hello, this is Keith and welcome back. Today's tutorial in Excel, we're going to be uh, generating a unique customer ID and then randomly assign that unique customer ID to each row in our data set. So I have a data set here that has approximately about 100 rows. And what I want to do is I want to randomly generate a customer ID with a number, with some numbers and a letter. And then once I have those unique IDs, I want to assign it to each row in my data set. And this case, I want to randomly generate 15 customer IDs. So we could do this a number of different ways. This is one process that we could accomplish this task. So let's go over here to the right, and we're gonna be using all these different formulas: the CHAR function, the RANDBETWEEN function, the concat function, and of course in the end is the index function. And we'll use this function to get a unique ID and then assign it to each row in our data set. So first function is the CHAR function. So what does the CHAR function do? Well, it's a text function that converts a number, okay, an ASCII code into a corresponding character. And once we return a number to that, it's going to return a capitalized letter A through Z. And how do we get A through Z? Well, the numbers 65 through 90 represent capital letters starting from A, and it goes through the alphabet all the way to Z. So that's the significance of 65 through 90 here in this function here. So we're going to do this using both these functions, the CHAR and RANDBETWEEN. We're going to tab into that. Our bottom number is going to start at 65 because 65 in ASCII code represents the capital letter A. And then it goes, our top number here is going to be 90 because that represents a capital letter Z. So now we're going to close that out and press enter. So it randomly selected at the time of the calculation of it, it passed the value, got a number for the letter V, and it returned that to the CHAR function. And so if I copy this down, it randomly takes the number 65 through 90, gets a number between that range, including 65 or 90, and then it passes that to the CHAR function. And you may ask, well, why did this first value change? It's because if you go under the formulas tab over to the right here in the calculations group under calculation options, my spreadsheet is set to automatic, which means that every time a function like RANDBETWEEN gets run, it changes the value, and it initiates that process every time I change something in my spreadsheet. It's going to automatically recalculate that function. So that's why this will always change in this particular case. So now our next task is to generate a random 6-digit number. And we're going to be using the RANDBETWEEN function again. And we're going to randomly generate a 6-digit number between 100,000 and 999, because those are 6-digit numbers. So I'm going to do RANDBETWEEN, comma, Our top number is 999. That's too many right there. Press enter. And like I said, it's going to recalculate this because by default, that's the way Excel is set up. And now I want to get the unique ID. The unique ID is going to be based upon a combination of the random character and the 6-digit number here. So I'm going to press equal. I'm going to use concat function, and you pass it a text value or text values because we want to concatenate or string together multiple values. So I'm going to pass it this range here, close it out, press enter, and then copy this down. So now we have a unique ID. Now I want to randomly select a unique ID out of this range here, which is 15 IDs, and then assign it to a row in our data set. So let's go back over here. Now we use the index function in combination with the RANDBETWEEN. So equal index. We're going to be passing it an array of values. So in this case, I'm going to press Control Shift down arrow. As I copy this formula down in this column area, I don't want this array to change. So I'm going to fix it so both the row and column always stay the same. And I'll explain again more detail what index is doing here. And now I want to select a random value from this range. Well, how do I select a random value? In this case, we're going to use the RANDBETWEEN function again. And I'm going to randomly select a number between 1 and 15 and then press enter. So at the time of this calculation, Excel, what it did was it took the RANDBETWEEN function, randomly calculated a number between 1 and 15, whatever value that it returned at the time of the calculation, then it passed that to this range. So let's say this RANDBETWEEN function returned the number 7. So it's going to go to this range here, which is over here, and count down 7 rows. And then it's going to pull back this value here. And then it's going to assign, it returns that value to this cell. So that's how that works. So now I'm going to copy this formula down. And remember, RANDBETWEEN is one of those functions that Excel recalculates every time. So that's why this first value changed. So hopefully this gave you an idea on how you can randomly generate, in this particular case, customer IDs that have numbers and characters in them, and then assign that to your data set. Again, we used a lot of different functions. Hope you learned something new today and apply this knowledge into your data analysis with your data sets. Again, this is Keith All. I want to thank you for stopping by today. You have a great day. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you always get updated when a new video is uploaded. And also please comment and share, because this helps this video to get out to more people so they can learn more about Excel and anything else I teach on this channel. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.